Good day. Welcome back to our math time. For today's session, we'll be discussing about solving word problems involving division of 2 to 4 digit numbers by 1 to 2 digit numbers without or with remainder including money. Now let's start with our story problem about harvest time. A farmer harvested 42 oranges. If he needs to put them in 7 boxes, how many oranges will be in each box? So let's analyze. But before we analyze it, is how do we solve word problems involving division? So here are the steps in solving word problems. First, you need to understand. We need to identify what is being asked and what the given data are. Then, after we identify, we'll now proceed to plan. We will make an equation. We'll devise a plan. Then, after we make an equation, we'll proceed to solve. We will carry out the plan. We will now solve our equation. Then, after that, we'll look back. We will check and interpret your answer. And lastly, answer it with a complete answer. And also, we can solve the problem using the ESA method. And ESA stands for E for equation. It can be the formula you will use to solve the given problem. Then, S for solution. This is where you will perform the operation or operations you need to use to solve the problem. Then lastly, answer. Write your final answer in a complete sentence using the appropriate unit of measurement. Okay? And that is ESA. Now, let's go back to our story problem. So, in our story problem, first thing that we need to identify is what is being asked in our story problem. So, the question that is being asked is how many oranges will be in each box? And the given data are harvested 42 oranges and put them in 7 boxes. Again, to solve this, we will use the ESA method. ESA stands for equation, solution, and answer. So let's start with our equation. So based on the question and given data, the equation that we'll have will be 42 divided by 7 is equal to n. Okay? Then, after equation, we'll proceed to solution. We'll now solve the equation that we made. Okay? So, 42 divided by 7 is equal to 6. And 6 times 7 is equal to 42. 42 minus 42 is equal to 0. So, there is no number that we can bring down. And our answer here is 0. It means there is no remainder. So, our answer is 6. And the answer, it should be complete. There will be 6 oranges in each box. Okay? Okay, so let's try another example. Our first problem. Mother divided 771 pesos equally among Anna, Ed, and Ian. So, how much did each receive? So, again, to solve this, we need to use the ESA method. Okay, equation, solution, and answer. But first, let's identify the question and given data. So, the question that we have is, how much did each receive? And the given data are divided 771 pesos and equally among Anna, Ed, and Ian. So that will be 3. So for our equation, it will be 771 divided by 3 is equal to n. So 3 will be Anna, Ed, and Ian. And now let's proceed to solution. So we'll solve now 771 divided by 3. So let's start with the highest place value. 7 divided by 3 is equal to 2. And 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Then subtract. 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. Then bring down 7. 17 divided by 3 is equal to 5. And 5 times 3 is equal to 15. Then subtract again. 17 minus 15 is equal to 2. Again, there's still a number that we can bring down. So bring down 1. 21 divided by 3 is equal to 7. And 7 times 3 is equal to 21. Then subtract. 21 minus 21 is equal to 0. So there is no number that we can bring down. So we are done. And also our answer here is 0. So there is no remainder. Our answer is 257. And our final answer is each of them received 257 pesos. Okay? So next, another story problem. A school paid 336 pesos for 7 math magazines. How much does each magazine cost? Again, to solve this, we will use ESA method. ESA stands for equation, solution, and answer. But before that, let's identify what is being asked and what are the given data. So the question is, how much does each magazine cost? And the given data are, a school paid 336 pesos and 7 math magazines. Okay? So, after we identify the question and given data, let's have now the equation. The equation that we'll have will be 336 divided by 7 is equal to n. Then after that, we will solve it now. So 336 divided by 7. So let's start with the highest place value. 3 divided by 7 cannot be. So let's proceed with 33. 33 divided by 7 is equal to 4. And 4 times 7 is equal to 28. And then subtract. So 33 minus 28 is equal to 5. Then bring down 6. 56 divided by 7 is equal to 8. And 8 times 7 is equal to 56. Then subtract. 56 minus 56 is equal to 0. So there is no number that we can bring down. And our answer here is 0. It means there is no remainder. And our answer is 48. So for our final answer, each magazine cost 48 pesos. Okay? Now, let's proceed to our last star problem. A school paid 855 pesos for 3 science laboratory kits. How much does each science laboratory kit cost? So again, to solve this, we will use our ESA method. ESA stands for equation, solution, and answer. But before that, let's identify the question and given data. The question that we have here is, how much does each science laboratory kit cost? And the given data are, a school paid 855 pesos and 3 science laboratory kits. So after we identify, let's proceed to our equation. Our equation is 855 divided by 3 is equal to n. Then after that, let's solve our solution. So let's start with the highest place value. 8 divided by 3 is equal to 2. And 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Then subtract. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. Then bring down 5. 25 divided by 3 is equal to 8. And 8 times 3 is equal to 24. Then subtract. 25 minus 24 is equal to 1. Then bring down 5. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. And 5 times 3 is equal to 15. And again, subtract. 15 minus 15 is equal to 0. So there is no number that we can bring down. So we are done. And also, our answer here is 0. It means there is no remainder. So our answer here is 285. And for our final answer, Each science laboratory kit costs 285 pesos. Okay? So thank you for listening, and that's all for today. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.